Hi. How are you, Chad? It's so lovely to see you all. Um, I've got notes for days for tonight's session because there's travel in a new city and crazy backstory stuff and all the wonderful things tonight. I'm thrilled. You probably all recall last week's session. A little thing with some battle. With an octopus vampire thing, some weird creature. Uh, However, everyone thankfully remained alive and is continued to travel eastward across the Morishita expanse to the location where Latron's hometown died before the hellfire consumed it. From the ash, a new forest has begun to grow, and in the center of that area, they've been planted the dryad seed from the swamp, and cast some magic on the land, as well as tuna, offering to hallow the grounds and casting that as well. That was quite a spell. It's a 24-hour spell, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I gave myself a point of exhaustion for it too, because I
Oh.
figured I wouldn't have gotten a long rest. So,
That's awesome. Hard work, well done. It really added so much to the night. And with that, right, as Ladrin was entering tea leaves in her notebook, cataloging what was consumed, what was picked up as herbalism, she found that she had written in her handwriting in one of the slots, Zion of the Ceaseless Void, instead of a tea leaf. But I think shaking that off, unless there's anything you want to do with that. Um, the day starts the next morning, so go ahead. If anyone needs to, please make sure you get a nice long rest. You know, tune up for the exhaustion, and if anyone or Dia, if you're still hurting, oh, excuse me. Long rest. We've got 6 days eastward until we reach the location of the Fandel woman that was helping deliver Ladrin, but poisoned, killing her mom, almost Ladrin. Day starts. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to do over the next 6 days of travel. Everyone, I think it's been, I think you've had a week or two since traveling. I think since the event with the bag, the bag of holding and all. But feel free to have anything. Otherwise, I'll just kind of advance us in time each day.
Um, I think Ladrin would have maybe piped up about the entry in the journal.
Hmm? Okay.
Maybe, yeah, probably because that's weird. She knows now not to like keep stuff like this probably secret. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah, go ahead and role
she
play that.
would,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So she'll take her it's a really fancy journal, fancy. Um, I guess she'll go to Feora first and kind of like not shove it in her face, but like, what the fuck is that? Point to I don't remember writing this. Who the fuck is that? And do I care?
What do you mean you didn't? It's your handwriting, isn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't write this. I I don't think it sounds like an herbalistic item that I was looking for. Like
Well, it
void
definitely
sounds
should.
awesome.
I would drink the shit out of that.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to think on that. But I wouldn't call it Zion. That's just really lame.
I have never heard that name before.
Cool. Um, guys. Like she's looking for Tuna and Dia. Like, does this sound familiar? And why the fuck is it in my journal?
Didn't you write it in there?
No. It looks like I did, but I swear I have no memory. Nor. No. Unless I was possessed by something, like from the swamp. But we're not in the swamp anymore.
I think we would have noticed if you were possessed.
Do you recognize that name, Dan, or anything we can roll to have heard it once on the wind?
I don't know if anyone has the bonus to reach the DC, but I would say anyone proficient in history can make a history check.
I'm proficient in history.
Nice.
How high is yours, and do you want advantage?
I mean, it's not great.
Mine's not
either.
But I don't know if I want to get advantage for it.
Okay. I'll will roll.
Let's see what the dice say.
I'd offer to help, but I feel like Tuna, I can't read, is not helpful here.
Awesome.
Tuna.
Solid. I got a 10.
10, okay.
Yep.
And Latrin?
I got a 21.
Nice.
Is that still too low?
Neither of you have heard of the Ceaseless Void. Neither of you have heard of Zion tying together with anything like that. Maybe with the 21, there have been some folks in history that I almost confused you with your Friday night character. I've been preparing so much for that. I'm like, yeah, back in your time as a, like, no, that's not right. Wrong character.
One.
That perhaps some people use Zion as a title.
Could
higher
I
ranking title.
try a religion check?
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't gonna go well. That's a 6.
Yeah.
On brand.
Yeah, same thing. Nothing. It sounds unknown.
Well, a thought just popped up in my mind out of nowhere. Best I could maybe think the Zion part could maybe be like a title of something, or it could be a person, or I don't fucking know. But that's weird.
And is this a tea?
I usually keep all my recipes in here and like what I'm like running low on and like what I need to get, or like if I discover a new plant, and like really, really awesome collection, right? But I don't remember writing this. And I don't think we've been drunk enough the past couple of days for me to not remember writing this. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you use it to catalog your teas, can you see, maybe based on the other things written around it, about how many days ago you would have written it?
Yeah, you can do that. So you know.
Tally back.
I think
like
the easiest marker in your notebook's probably that whole, disastrous. There was nothing entered when you fought that thing. Maybe 3 days or so after you fought whatever, you had that battle. You remember the day feeling like being a normal day? That was like a week and a half ago, probably.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I would say it's been a couple of days after we almost died again.
Right. Okay. Do you think maybe it's that thing's name?
I didn't even
Or
think about that.
what it's called, anyways?
Did seem very voidy. Hmm.
But ceaseless. I mean, we put it in a bag of holding and it reformed, so I'd say that's pretty ceaseless.
And it's just toying with us now by writing shit in my very sacred journal.
I don't know, something just feels off about this. It
Yeah. And I think after all of the shit we've been through recently with the swamp thing, like, I don't want to ignore stuff like this.
right.
Would your dragon grandmother, great grandmother, I don't remember the
Grandmama.
specifics. Yeah. Would she know anything about it? She did warn us of the dangers in the dark
Yeah,
that
I
we
can.
ignored.
I can see if I can connect to her and see if she knows anything. And I'll try to. Grandmama, can you hear me?
Right, you have the dragon chat. Oh, yes. Hello. It's been some time. Farewell.
No, but we won't talk about that right now. Have you heard of anything called Zion of the Ceaseless Void?
That sounds unnerving.
Yes.
Don't know anything. No, but I can. What can I do? Jeez. Guess I don't have the resources I used to without being able to leave. I mean, it certainly sounds like it won't. It stands out. Perhaps some research. Is in order.
Right. There is a big library that we can go to. Don't if you don't know anything, that's fine, Grandmama. We'll look into it.
I'm very sorry. Yes,
It's
I
all
don't.
right. No, it's fine. Thank you.
Of
I'll
course.
disconnect.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry, I forgot you hadn't told us yet.
Yes, I will say, Grandmama doesn't know anything. Doesn't have access to as much resources as she used to have. So, apologies.
No, that's quite all right. I might have something I can do. I can't do it right away. We need to make a few purchases. If I could get some incense and some ivory, I might can kind of divine some more information about it. If I were to say, 250 gold worth of incense and 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold each. It's a bit expensive, but
that's really pricey, but
we can't find anything else. It's a thought.
Yeah.
You'll do have like an absolute shit ton of platinum too. Okay.
We do, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
so
no,
you
don't
don't
tell
have to
Taylor
worry
that.
as players. Yeah.
I'm like the Vexalia of this.
Literally.
Nice.
Keep the money. Yeah.
You don't
You're
know what
a
it'll
dragon. It's just
I'm a dragon.
do. I'll add as well a little outside of this, but that later you have been secretly healing yourself each day as you wake up. You find your skin kind of sloughing off. You just do a heal and it heals you up. Seems to last a day before you begin to disintegrate while you sleep or trance.
Gross. Okay, now that she would Yeah, no, she'd probably keep that to herself for a little bit until it like gets worse enough that she will speak up then.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
It's a little messy. Yeah.
Tuna's sitting there with
Okay.
greater restoration, just like, what's going on, Ladra? No, I'm kidding.
Mother, there's mother.
Holding your jaw together.
Oh,
God.
ah.
All right.
And it just keeps happening.
Yeah, yep. Seems like you're able to keep up with it with some healing each morning. But yeah, yep, returns each night.
This was wait, has this been going on for a week and a half?
Mhm.
Like since the fight?
Mhm.
Okay. Then I mean she's a glutton for punishment, as am I myself. But I think at one point she's gonna get really frustrated. Do I have any? I don't think I have any.
It's like using like 4 or so of your lower level spell slots every day to heal up too. So you got to put a lot of healing into it to clean up in the morning. do whatever you want with it. Just want to add the realism to it for you.
Level spell. Okay, before she tries it, anything. Yeah, I guess it could be after she speaks up if we're still on the same. No, wait, is this the next day?
We can move to the next day if you like. It sounded like that combo wrapped, but I don't want to step on toes if not.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can have travel
I was
today.
just saying I don't want to step on. I just don't want to step on toes either.
For me, I think Dia will probably hold out probably until like day 5. Because like in the meantime, whenever she like preps, it's kind of that aggressive like knife cutting. The job's like something is very clearly wrong, but she's like, I'm fine. What are you talking about? Until like day 5, like coming up to Tuna. I'm so sorry. And I never want to hurt anyone, especially not you. And I have a very limited scope of my own self-awareness. So it's knowing it's not my fault, but having a very strict period of being told this is exactly what would happen to myself. They're very loud competing parts of my mind, and I'm so incredibly sorry.
It's all right. I forgive you. It wasn't your fault. I know you've been told that and made to believe that, but if I was really that worried about it, I wouldn't have been there. And I wouldn't still be here.
All right.
None of us are leaving you.
Unless he vocally expressed it, I would be very resistant to leave and, in fact, burrow in deeper like an unwanted tick. I very much, the next time we go into a proper city, would like to take you on a date. I think it's very much needed after being mind-controlled, gallivanting through a horrible swamp, which is honestly worse. Actually, no, I'm making levity, but
I'd like that. I don't really know how that works, but I think I'd like it.
all right. That's all.
All right.
Okay. With a date set. Yeah, we continue our journey towards the location of the Faendel. Legion, I'll just check back in with you. Again, not that you have to do anything with this healing, but I just wanted to check and see if you wanted to before jumping to... No problem with that.
Yeah, I think she'll walk up to Tuna during some point of day and be like, can I talk to you for a second?
Are you going to ask me on a date too? That's a joke.
No?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Feora,
Okay.
I'm kidding. Okay.
What?
Feora casually starts sharpening.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
I need some healing advice, I think.
Okay.
So I thought it was gonna go away, and it's not. I've been slowly like disintegrating, like
Sorry?
healing. Oh yes, hi.
You've been what?
Sorry, listen, I thought it was just gonna go away, and I was just like healing myself, but it's taking way too much of my energy to like put myself back together.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
what?
Sorry,
It's fine. It's fine. We got this. You're okay. You're okay, pointing at Feora. Everyone's okay.
don't know if I'm just not doing enough healing or if I just need to like pull something else out of my druidiness knowledge.
I mean, I can try a restoration on you. It's the only thing that I really can think of that I have that would help here. I can't really regenerate anything.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about like I hadn't thought about. I don't restore a lot. That's probably why I didn't think about it. And I don't have it prepared, but I can work on that tomorrow. I okay
always have it prepared.
Okay.
Can we not put off the healing from
Nope, we're not.
disintegrating flesh to tomorrow?
You're really gonna hate what I need, though.
Poor
Are you fucking
ivory
kidding me?
strips.
I do need another diamond.
No. Okay. We
can buy more. I think this is worth a diamond.
We're good.
You're
We're
a
good.
very expensive spellcaster.
I'm sorry, it's not me. I blame Taikadi. He's a material girl. What can I say?
That's fair. Do you think I need that much worth of restoring? Probably.
Well, okay, so it's not like a full diamond. It's like we only have the full one. We need a small. We need the dust of one, but we don't have dust right now. So, question: when I crushed the diamond last time, could we have kept the dust afterwards? Because that was a 300 gold diamond, and I only need 100 gold worth of dust.
Was it the Greater Restoration one?
Yes.
Unfortunately, the spell consumes that.
Okay.
If it says in the spell, yeah, it consumes it. Okay. Then it's otherwise, yeah.
So it took all the dust from the diamond, not just what it needed.
You know what? It would have used about 100 gold worth of dust. So
Okay.
if it was worth 300, you'd have another 200 worth of gold.
Okay.
Of dust, though.
Okay.
You
So
did. You're amazing. Okay.
thanks. Okay, so
Amazing
I'll like
cleric.
pull out like the pouch of dust that
Mhm.
Tuna will probably keep at this point
Nice.
because it was in their hands, so they're just like, sticks it in a
Yeah.
pocket because I don't know what else to do with it. And I'll just pull out this dust and I'll be like, okay, again, I don't know that this is going to work.
I consent to this treatment just to
Okay.
see if it does work. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay. And so I will cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
So it says
Mhm.
I can reduce the exhaustion level, blah, 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 or I can end one of the following effects on the target. One effect that charmed or petrified, one curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, and one effect reducing the target's hit point maximum.
Okay.
So, technically speaking, I don't know if any of that would work, but I feel like I'm covering all my bases here.
Yeah, it gives me like a ballpark of what other things it does equivalent to this. And I think in the wording it says like some debilitating effect as well. Really just kind of.
Yes.
So you do begin to cast this with using another 100, gold's worth of the dust. And yeah, you see that actually Ladrin, roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh no.
You can feel that this positive energy pouring into Ladrin, and you can feel it flushing something out, like passing through her and out the space behind. Just integrating it. But what did you get, Ladrin?
90.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, you're on the other end. So you do see a little bit of, as you're casting it, it's like in a last ditch effort to do what it's there to do. Some of Ladrin's skin sags and starts to disintegrate and slide down like a melting wax figure. A little bit here and there, but as the spell takes hold and cleanses Ladrin of it, that kind of breaks off like a brittle shell and falls down with very rejuvenated skin underneath. However, with a 90, about 60% of your hair falls out, Adrian.
What?
Yeah. That's on the really good side. So, just kind of patchy. About 60% falls out. But you are cleansed.
Was that intentional? Was that intentional?
No.
Is she still dying?
No, you're not still dying.
It was really healthy otherwise. It's a glow to the skin.
You're absolutely glowing. You look great. Eora.
Okay. Now is a really good time for a punk ass haircut.
I never had short hair before. Now I'm going to Pinterest. What?
Said I think it looked great in it.
Okay. Do you know how to cut hair?
I know how to do everything.
Jeez.
Hell. Okay.
It checks out. Yeah. Awesome. Poor Ladrin. It was a big shiny. The skin of your scalp looks really good too, like where the scalp patches are.
Well, she's consulting Pinterest and will send you a picture of what she would like. Oh, this one has a shaved spot on it. Done. Or this one. I will send a picture.
Okay. You consult with Figora, get a better feel. Are you leaving it just like most, like 60% falling out, or are you gonna give it like a clean shave tonight? It's like just going here, going here, going here, going here.
And patches?
Yeah, it's patches.
I was in patches. Eora! I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
can propose a wig.
A
Or
wig?
a lot of wigs.
Where do you keep all your stuff? Because there was one time where you had a full, like, fawn bottom. Where did that come from?
She'll pull out the.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Like a dry cleaning
dry
bag.
cleaning machine, yeah.
Mm. All of them?
Yeah.
Can I rummage through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be careful where you put your hands.
I'm no longer interested.
I retract my request.
Gil can help with different style if you want to try see how they look.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So would you like to try it out?
Theo's gonna
Very
be sitting cross-legged on the lily pad, like pulling out piles of wigs.
Jeez.
Well, I guess none of these images are going to really work if it's really that patchy. But sending it in the Discord.
Ooh.
Oh, and if that one decides to load, that would be really nice. Yeah, those are my options. So
You've got wigs like that. Sure.
yeah, okay. And then I'll do that one. I guess which one is that? The first one I posted. Yeah, I'll do that. And then also just keep my hood up at all times from now on.
Nice.
Switching between that and the Lich one.
Nice. Are you like
yeah.
shaving down the unevenness to let it all grow the same length before you put the wig on?
Oh. Yeah. Theora.
Come sit.
Okay.
Takes a dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
This is great. This is so great.
You know, it feels
You have a really nice head shape.
Yeah. The scalp's looking like immaculate. The cleansing Tuna did just has like everything on point. It feels nice. It's a nice cool breeze over your scalp as you finish before the wig is affixed. It's you know, there's some benefits. And you're not disintegrating anymore, so hooray!
Yeah, but
fully cleansed.
hair?
Think of all the styles you get to try now as you grow your hair back out with different wigs. All right. Well, you find the wig that you like there with the side cut shave and you know the poofy hair over. Looks really cool. It's a stunning look. I'm looking at your character art. I think that'd be a pretty cool look. Yeah. And I'll see if you have anything else you want to do. You know, we'll say there's another day of travel, I think. I think there's one day left before reaching the Faendel. Any okay, we've done a lot, so that's okay. All right. Well, on this next day as we travel through the wilderness, you wake up to some relatively heavy rain. Storm rumbling in the distance. Just some light thunder, but nice heavy rain on this summer, almost summer day. And you've arrived. You travel several hours this final day, maybe 7 or 8 hours. And sometime in the late afternoon, 4:30 or 5, you arrive at it's just a it's not even a town. There's just a few people that live off the land. Last house you passed was about 2 miles back, and before that, maybe a good mile and a half. There's just a few houses that kind of dart this part of the woods. You do come across a hovel that is supposed to house the Fandel. Of course, you were told that she has burns covering like 65–70% of her face, and that's how you're able to recognize the person from the Hellfire. Burns are from the Hellfire. Oh, you know what? Let's take a quick second now. Let's roll DM Inspo in case that comes up tonight before I forget again. All right, Serena, let me know what you get.
Absolutely a 10.
10, okay. Carly?
6.
6, alrighty. Lil?
10.
10, okay.
Hey.
And Tasha?
4.
Ooh, okay.
Amazing.
Well, I think it was Carly that had the 6?
Mhm.
Yep, alright, Carly, you win. I rolled a 7 today, so. You were close.
Hey.
That's alright. You've got the DM inspo for the night. Okay. You're you're on your lily pad. Alright. Just hovering over the ground. It has little tendrils that walk along the ground where it flies. You pulled up, you've got, hoods up as the rain is heavy. You see a couple of lights dancing in the windows here of this, medium-sized hut. There's maybe like 3 or 4 rooms inside, probably. Yeah. What do? You're maybe 100 feet. You're down sort of at the end of where there's kind of a path that leads up to the doorway.
Sorry, is this the same day that I healed Ladrin?
I think it's the day after.
Okay,
So
I thought that's what you. I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm,
That was a 5th level spell.
Woo! Yeah. Rain's pouring.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said it was just how many houses?
They've been like miles away from one another. So the last house was like 2 miles back. This house is on its own. It looks like it has maybe 3 or 4 rooms inside. It's just a medium-sized, like, kind of hut out here in the forest. Lots of trees around, but a little cleared path up to the front door. A couple windows in the front. You can see light inside, some candlelight or torchlight dancing. But otherwise it's just sheets of rain pouring down off the thatched roof onto the ground. That smell of forest earth kicking up into your nose from storm emptying. What are you gonna do? We're here, face to face, Justin, by that.
Wow. Can I? I don't think I can. Hey, buddy. Could I? I'm sorry, Sammy's just like whining at me now. Okay, it's 30 feet. Are we within 30 feet
Of one
of this
another?
house?
100
Of
feet.
the house.
Mhm.
Oh, we're 100. Okay. I want to get. So y'all, I don't know. I'm gonna assume this is the place. But I need to get closer. I want to see if someone's home, but I don't want them to know that I'm here. I would like to detect thoughts inside the house, but I'm way too far away. Actually, sorry, back up. Could I want to scurry as a cute little foresty animal. And go up to the house. No, I can't do that with it in my wild shape. God. Can I cast something and then go wild shape and then scurry up? I think I can do that.
You can't maintain concentration spells, and once you can cast a spell, and if its effect lasts, then it lasts. But
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only for a minute.
There is some spell overlap with this if you need a specific spell.
Just want to see if anyone's like home, but I don't know if yeah, I just want to know if like anyone's home without me being the one to announce myself, without having like 5 minutes to like compose myself, if that makes sense.
I mean, we all look like an adventuring party, and we have someone who's very good at talking to people.
Oh yeah, not me.
To
not
volunteer
me.
you, dear, but
Oh,
and Theor is very good at lying to people and sneaking around. So
True.
I imagine you have the leaf over your heads now. Like,
aww.
you know, so you get a little shelter from the rain. But I'll add, environmentally, being 100 feet away, there's no light, so none of you have anything that's emanating light. It's unlikely people are going to see you for some time approaching a house. Unless they're
I
like
also
looking
can see
at
nothing.
Yeah. Nice. You're also welcome to make a perception check from here if you're just looking to see if someone's home.
I'll check it out and see.
Oh, yeah, go for it. The DC
Oh, come on, that was cocked. It's a 12. That should have landed on a 14. But it's like halfway between
oh,
D&D
come
Beyond.
on. Even with a 12 from here, you're still only 100 feet away. And there are lights inside, and you see the light get broken by something passing here, and then like half a minute later, something else seems to pass in front of the light. Seems to be, you know, at least one person home.
I mean, there's someone in there at least.
Do you think that it would maybe be possible if we could just like present as a very lost group of individuals, and I could have my lich cloak on but not making eye contact because I don't want to scare whoever is inside off?
Doesn't that make you very visibly look like a lich?
But it's raining. I'm hoping not. Damn it, you're right. Well, my hair has been cut now. I forgot about that too.
I can get you a regular cloak too, like.
Oh, I have a half one. Like it's.
Okay.
Oh, that's yeah. And I have longer gloves now. I forgot about that. Okay, no, it'll be great. I need to I just want to make sure that it's who I'm looking for that's in the house before I do anything about it. Yeah.
Environmentally, it's heavy rain. You're in a relatively dense wood, so it's fairly dark outside the house, even though it's 4:35 in the afternoon. People like standing in the window probably be able to see outside, but if they're not paying attention, not much is gonna catch your attention outside the window unless it's or lights or something. So you got kind of the advantage to go up quietly if you were looking to stealth.
I could pass without a trace this too if we needed. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just in case. Done.
Okay.
We are extra stealthy.
Take a moment, cast pass without trace.
Okay.
So do you want us to strike up a conversation with her?
Yeah. Yeah. I just need to see her face. It doesn't really matter what we or what you say. And then maybe I'll figure out what I'm doing when we get there.
All right.
Right, do you
I'm
approach?
really nervous all of a sudden.
Been many years, yeah. You begin your approach?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
will. Before we get too close, I will
Mhm.
I'll cast detect magic just so it's up.
Oh, okay.
Before we get to her weird, spooky house.
All right. Excellent. All right, go ahead and have, if I can ask everyone to make a stealth check, please. Don't forget to add your +10 for pass without trace. And Dia, your spell goes out, I think, 30 feet, ping, and begins pinging. You know, nothing yet here at the end of
Okay.
this drive.
No problem. All right. Stealth.
Ladrin, what'd you get?
23.
Ooh, nice. Fedora? Yeah, I know. I don't know why I asked. Yeah, what'd you get?
42.
Jesus.
Right.
Again, disappears. Yeah, in the sights of the primordials. Yeah. My goodness. Okay, that's incredible. Tuna?
33.
Whoa, you
I
too?
rolled a nat 20.
Wow, beautiful.
Amazing.
Ah, that's so cool. And Dia?
26.
Whoa, nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, yeah, you're all are stealthy AF. You easily navigate. Are you heading up towards the building now?
Yeah.
Okay. You all get. I'm gonna say I'll check in at 10 feet away. At 10 feet away, you have successfully navigated that whole space without making any sounds or sudden movements. You know that your magic detection is going out that 30 feet, which covers this entire house from 10 feet away. It's barely, it's 18 feet deep, maybe. No magic, no signs of magic, nothing pinging.
Okay. I'll just relay that through the dragon chat, just so I'm not talking.
Gotcha. Perfect. Stealthily. Ching. Magic. You're 10 feet away. Is anyone looking in the windows as you get this close, or are you just making a beeline to the door?
I'll wait at the door, like in the process of getting ready to knock, and then once I'm sure the people who are invisible in the rain right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll kind of peek
Okay.
in the window.
All right. Anyone else window looking, or Legion or Feyora? Yeah, Feyora is. Okay.
I haven't been. I'm not as sneaky as the 30s and 40s, so I will be with Dia.
Okay, nice.
But I would have relayed like what she looks like,
Oh, okay.
or what I've been told she looks like.
Yeah, Feyora and Tuna, as you look inside, you do see a very humble abode. Fireplace for the winter, a living room kitchen combination, what looks like a bedroom in the back corner, and then possibly a space for it just kind of goes down a hall. Could be a closet, very short hall with a door there. Could be a closet. Could be sort of a built-in like outhouse structure. or they live in the woods. You're unsure, what that is. Likely storage. Humble furniture. This is stuff that they have. Alexa, never mind. This is stuff that they have crafted themselves. They very much live off the land. You can see some rabbits drying on a rack in the back. And a figure moves from the kitchen space, just briskly wiping their hands and putting some long sprigs of seasonings down on the table. We're in this dining space that you're looking into through that window that you're looking from. It's a woman, wood elf. Tough to tell age because there's some terrible burns that cover most of her face. He seems to be the only person within the home.
In the dragon chat, Spirit will say, "There's a burned lady in there."
Dragon chat back. Can you be more specific, like where the burns are? Like they're on your face?
Yes. It's really bad.
Okay. And
I think she's making soup, if that helps.
I need to double check something. Thought I put this in my inventory. Yes, I did. Okay. I want to make sure I still had it. Okay.
You take a minute, look through your bag. Rain pouring down over your hood.
Okay. Dragon chat. Dia.
Yes.
Because you're just a little better. You're way better at this than I am. Could you maybe convince her to invite us in? Like, we're lost. And we need to seek shelter temporarily while it's raining.
Of course.
Okay.
It
I'll
will.
summon it.
Yeah, get the other. I was going to say, it's like, do the others want to stay outside while we do this, or all of us together?
Group dragon chat. We're gonna try to go in.
I'll knock.
Do you get what type of knock? Light or brisk?
It's like brisk. Hello? Excuse me? Sorry to bother you. Hello?
You recall? Come in! Door's open!
Alright. Crack on the door. I'm so sorry to bother you. It's pouring outside, and I was wondering if I can intrude upon your hospitality.
She turns around. She actually starts as the door opens. Thomas, Eugene, I'm sorry. Yes. She's about your height. It's really tough to tell, like, facial expressions, of course, with all the scars. Well, come in, get out of the rain, then. Yes.
It's not just me. It's my traveling companions. We were caught blindsided by the
There's
weather.
room in here, but please, if there's room enough for you to dry.
Thank you.
I lost. That's you all kind of
Unfortunately. Unfortunately so.
Oh, well, I can give you directions one way or the other. Back to the main road, I suppose. Quite a way off. Are you traveling east or west? Looks back as you're all in now, closing the door behind you.
We were traveling westward.
Ah, well, all right. I have somewhere. And starts opening a couple drawers, and pause me at any point if Ladrian or if anyone wants to jump in with anything. But she's just looking through some drawers or something. Compass. There's a compass I can give you.
Thank
I'll
you.
head northwest for about 4 days. You're quite off trail. Looking around. Should I know it's around here somewhere?
Is there a town, a way station, or something of which along the way?
Nothing nearby. No. You're quite near the center of the Morishita Expanse. There's some other homes nearby, but we all sort of keep to us. Here it is. Finds a compass and brings it over to you. Yep, still doing the trick. There you are. Just follow it northwest, of course. Maybe
Could we
4 to 6 days,
Again.
depending on pace.
My companions and I are very well versed when it comes to just household chores. If we could just stay until the storm passes. Again, happy to offer any sort of services, whether that be helping you cook, chopping firewood. You've already gotten lost. I don't think we want to trudge through the rain and risk ailment.
Make a
Please.
persuasion check if you would.
Okay. Is she a dragon of any kind?
No. I love that.
No.
You gotta ask. It definitely doesn't hurt.
19.
I can't say that I take care of most of my own chores. There isn't much to do here, but it's like out the window. I mean, I hope you'll understand. I live by myself out here, and not often one to let strangers in, but you can stay until the rain lets a little bit. It does look pretty bad out there. When the rain lightens up, I'd ask that you be
Thank
on your
you.
way.
Of course.
Whose company
Wait.
were you expecting?
I thought perhaps you were Charles, our neighbor. They come by, not every day, but some days, and bring change some stock, foods.
How long have you been out here?
Well, since the Hellfire, I would say. Plenty of
Yeah.
real estate opportunities after that, sadly. Trying to
Are there a lot of neighbors around here? I haven't been this far. Is it north? I haven't been to this part of the expanse before.
enough to come should we need aid. He starts to get a little nervous at the.
That's fine. That's fine. Good. I was just curious. Can I make you some tea for your hospitality?
Oh, that's okay. I can't. There isn't much I can taste anymore, and it just makes me sad to have tea.
Okay.
I appreciate
Apologies.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not your fault, dear. It's and goes, but I have very meager offerings. Are you in need of anything medicinal or light? Any dried foods for your travels?
Please allow we have a couple of supplies that we're happy to exchange with you. We are interposing and you are giving as much as you are able. And for that, we are eternally grateful.
You can make an insight check, Dia, since you're kind of like, engaging and assessing.
No problem. Insight, my strongest skill. 10.
Good. Okay. I think even with the 10, you can see some of the basics of like she's uncomfortable. She's not like ready to ask everyone to leave, but she's nervous. Like clearly, like as she stated, live here on my own. And then sort of some of the question about do you have neighbors? How close are they? Got her a little spooked. And
we do look like full ass mercenaries.
You're all very well equipped and dangerous looking. Please sit down and make yourselves comfortable.
Do you play cards?
I'm sorry.
Do you play cards, dragon chess, No, of course, cards, dragon chess, games to pass the time.
I can't say that I do. One of my used to play dragon chess. Back when I had children, but
Stepped in it.
it's been some time. I think I'd really rather just, have much work to do here in the kitchen. Make yourselves at home, and if you have need of me, let's just say so. It's very small, house, so she'll be right there in the kitchen. And she's gonna start walking over to the kitchen.
Okay. Juna will say, the rain doesn't really bother me. I'm going to step outside for a bit. It's a bit crowded in here. So yeah, I will step outside.
All right.
And make a lap.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Oh,
go ahead and
nice.
do a perception check as you scout.
I myself, with my 10 insight, she's uncomfortable. I'm going to try to be as, unthreatening as possible. I'll pull out my little card deck and just start playing solitaire and just talking about nothing.
Nice. You'll hear her tap in the kitchen. What'd you get, Dina?
12.
So, the rain kind of inhibits things, sound and sight there, but there's really no signs of anything out here, as far as you can see, animals or otherwise. Nothing that seems out of place either. Just it's a home in the woods. It seems like just a commoner. Just the energy inside and out. Do you come back in after your lap, or do you want to?
I'll say in the dragon chat, I don't notice anything strange out here. And then I'll kind of hang outside for a second, so it's not like, oh, I just went out and walked around. I'll just kind of, look outside, just kind of chill, and then I'll come back in. And I'll thaumaturgy to I don't know if thaumaturgy can work like that, but to dry myself off so I'm not dripping with rain in this woman's house. Even though we hate her, we still
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dry.
in the original hardwood.
Nice. Come back in, want the seat, and the four of you are just sort of in the room, sitting now. He's in the kitchen, breaking up some, mortar and pestle for some herbs and breaking them up, chopping.
Feor's gonna look at Ladrin and gesture her in the dragon chat. What's your plan, Ladrin? What are we gonna do?
She responds in the chat. My initial plan was to throw up a wall of fire around her and interrogate her one-on-one, and if she tried to leave, she would burn even more, because that would be poetic. But then that sounds really evil of me. And I don't know how I feel about that. The next was to poison something because I've been carrying around this bottle of poison ever since we picked it up like forever ago, and I don't know what to do with it. But then her neighbors are just gonna, I don't know. But I think it would be easier instead of firing off first. Maybe try to entice her to play a game. I don't know.
I don't
really
know how open she's gonna be to enticement.
Yeah. Which is why I thought fire. Because that's just natural. I feel.
I feel like the more natural course of events would be talking before we go straight to the violence. I understand. Well, I don't understand. But she had her own reasons for doing what she did. It might help to get that perspective before you play judge, jury, and executioner.
I don't like that you're right about that.
I know.
Really don't like that. But I don't. I also feel like if I just started like burning more people to the ground, I'm going backwards and not going forward. Anyways. So, and that would have been on purpose. The last time I know it was an accident. Okay. Ladrin's gonna pull out her dragon chess set that she called a phoenix chess set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her. Yeah, it's her phoenix set because after each game, it all goes to ash and then like pops back up. You start again. It's great. She's going to ask Feora to play. And then while doing so, before she tries to ask the lady to join in, wants to cast some detect thoughts.
Okay. You have to see the target for that one? Not hard to see her based on where you're sitting.
Yeah, just any
Okay.
creature within 30 feet. And I'm just focusing on her.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so you get your amazing phoenix chest. Where did we have you get that from? I can't remember either. Love that.
It was a
I love it.
I think it was a gift, either from Phelan or I think it was from Phelan for the ceremony.
Gotcha.
Because she was gifted the broom and she was gifted the phoenix chest.
You gotta put that in the other campaign too. I forgot about that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so neat.
All right, so you set that up. You're playing with Feora, and I'll let you. So you've done that so far, right? You're playing with Feora, like da, look at us, we're friendly. And what do you do next?
Detect thoughts.
Okay, you see her pass back and forth. You're able to ping her, and hold detect thoughts. How long does it last? The duration?
1 minute.
Okay. So of course, you can kind of guide. It's just surface thoughts initially, but you can guide the conversation one way or another, and you'll be able to detect surface thoughts. And if you push deeper, which you can do, you might get more detailed thoughts, but if they succeed, then they know that you were digging.
Nah, just surface.
Okay, perfect. All right, so currently, you get some thoughts sometimes at the minute. So the first like 10 seconds are just concentrating on like, the task at hand, preparing this, twist it. We're gonna be, you know, the season for these is gonna be out soon, and then it kind of goes over to I'm just feelings of discomfort with you all there. I hope that they just leave soon. Why is the rain's gonna take forever? Of course, you know. And then she's also questioning like, are they fine? Like maybe they're really they seem to be adventurers. They're passing through. I don't know. I just want to get back to my day. And unless you're gonna call her out or anything before that minute, so let me know if you want to call her before that minute's up. So you've got more surface time thoughts. If you're gonna try and guide the conversation or anything.
Nah, that's good. That's yeah, that's all she wanted to gauge or whatever.
Okay.
I think while they're playing, she's like in between each turn, she's going to take out her little herbalism kit with all of her teas and make something sort of reminiscent of home with like some calming notes in it, like trying to make a little bundle to try to ease the other lady in. So as I guess they're finishing up the game, she'll just kind of tie, like she has like these little satchels or whatever with all of these like teas. She'll just kind of tie this one up and get up and walk towards the lady.
We'll go into the other room. We'll be into the kitchen.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then I'll go into the other. Well, I'll probably knock on the door so I'm not like startling because
Oh,
my first thought was just tapping.
Yes. What can I do? I was just getting some small things together for all of you. Not much. You see a little assembly of food, like modest food, some fresh water and stuff.
That's sweet. I know this is probably not what you wanted. A bunch of strangers in your home. But I made you. You don't have to drink it. If you like put it in a bath, if you do baths or like something else like that, or it's really good just to like soak your hands. But it's like it's a concoction of tea. So I know you don't like drinking, but you can soak it and it helps.
Can't taste or smell anymore. Kind of gestures to the scars there. It was very kind, thank you. And takes it from your hands. That's very thoughtful. This feels maybe without an insight check, feels like maybe that's a little disarming. Thank you. Let's sit down. Well, let's sit down and maybe it picks up the tray to kind of follow you out. We'll have a bite and hear maybe about your travels a bit. It picks up the tray to kind of follow you. All right. So you're heading back. She'll kind of follow you. Ladrin, you hear something shatter behind you as you enter the other room. The other three of you see her walking out, sort of like with not really a smile, but like a head nod to all of you with a tray. when she just stops her tracks and tray falls out of her hand. Everything, the glasses, the plates, the tray
Oh,
itself
goodness.
shatters on the. It's one of you
What?
and starts looking back between Feora and Ladrin.
What? I've been behind you. What?
That was my daughter's. And points to the
Ooh.
chest set.
Wait.
I'm gonna take a bio break there real quick because it's just about time. And that'll give Legion a little time to consider what she wants to do next as well. We'll take a 10-minute bio break for anyone that's new. Doesn't know, and we'll be back after that. We'll pick up and see where Ladrin is gonna go from there.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. All right. Catch y'all
Bye.
then. See ya. You see backstory.
Wow.
Oh yeah, just wait. All right. That could be. Okay. I'm going to. Oh, that's the rain that's picking up. Okay. Alright, I will pop us back. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes.
The dog has decided to start barking. So sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't hear them at all.
I mean, did you hear Sammy whine like earlier? It was loud as I've heard it. No?
Your guys' noise suppression is top quality.
Right? Yeah.
Good job, microphone. Because it was the loudest like squeal I've heard from him ever, and it's only because he wanted to go to bed.
Yeah, no, Elliot's in my bed.
Oh.
But he's mad that I'm not in my bed. So he's standing at the foot of the bed going, "Ruff, ruff." And I'm like, okay, bud, just give me like an hour and a half. I'll be in the bed.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute.
No, they just put themselves to bed like, whenever you come here, that's fine.
Love it.
Ridiculous.
All right. Well, in that case, let's see, right? So that belonged to my daughter, where we ended. So I'll pass it over as she's shaken and looking at that, looking back and forth between the two elves in the room. Now you look entirely different, Adrian, which is why, you know, she's unsure. Because your hair, is half gone. You've got this wig on. Your skin is radiant and glowing. Not to say it isn't normally, right? But it's like extra so after like getting exfoliated from the bone out. And Feor just another elf looking back and forth at the two of you, thinking maybe there's a disguise, maybe there's something else. Like, who are you? Which one of you is it? That where'd you get this? How do you have this kind of thing? That was my daughter's.
Question though, because I don't have it written down.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ladra remember the her mom's name, or Phelan's mom's name?
I don't know that we had a name for her, to be honest. But if you want to do a perception check up close, now that this is Glicked, try and look through the scars to see if it Glicks, like if she's actually the mom. Go for it.
I would love to. I'll do that before I answer.
Okay.
Perfect. 22.
Yeah, that's her mom. Like, it's really hard to tell with the burns, but you can see some of the sections over here. It's the height, little bits of hair that are left, or that hair color, although a little more gray now. But it's the eye. It's the eye behind the burns that are looking at you. That's her mom.
Holy shit. That's mine. It was gifted to me by Phelan.
Phaedra?
Huh. Yes, hi.
You here to finish what you started?
What, excuse me? What did I start?
Oh, the tones are starting to get very
The
aggressive.
hellfire. I watched as I came out to see Phelan dead in your arms, and the roots encompass you, and the fire spread out everywhere from you, sheltered safely under the roots. I thought you... Ted. What are your motives? Clearly this was not an accident. Kind of looks over at, like, Dia, like, betrayed, and, like, looks around, you know, who? What are you here for?
I've been trying to piece together certain things from my past, and I was given information about you. I didn't know that it was you. Only a woman that was so badly burned up here, which I don't know whether to apologize for that or not. I haven't decided yet. You killed my mother. So let's start with that first before you start blaming me for causing a catastrophe. Because I did not kill Balin, by the way. But you killed my mother, and you almost killed me. So.
All right. So, answers in a reckoning, then, that you're here for.
I haven't decided yet. I just want answers right now.
Well, it was certainly a different time when you, before you were born, in the months leading up to this. My decision. A decision I regret. The time. It felt not just necessary, but right. There was some chaos, of course, for the Dawn Wars. It was very difficult to day to day, not knowing it would be the end. All of us, the god or primordial step on our village over the course of its war. Your mother had made a deal, been engaging with some powerful entity. Made a deal. And I didn't think much of that at the time, but you were born during the Sundering. All that this happened was not something I planned over a long time. But your mother went into labor, and as she did, the Sundering began. Didn't know that this was worldwide. You knew it was something terrible and powerful. Everything felt like it pointed back to your mother making a deal with this powerful entity. Something to do with you, your birth. That's all that was on her mind at the time. And here you were being born, and now the earth was shaking, ground disappearing, mountains forming from nothing. We didn't know if a tidal wash would sweep away our village, or if we'd sink below the ground. Thought, I have to act fast. It must be the deal. I must break whatever deal your mother made and bring her life to an end. It's the only means I had at my disposal. In a position to care. Had, for what it's worth, a great deal of guilt about that. Not understanding the situation at the time, but... So I poisoned her. I poisoned her with enough of a lethal toxin to kill 3 elephants, so how you survived, I don't know. But I knew the deal needed ending. My life faded away. It seemed as though yours had as well. But nothing stopped. Of course, the sundering continued to happen. And then, from a stillborn state, you screamed. You breathed. And so the sundering continued still. I'm going to ask you for an insight check, Ladrin. And Feora, I'm going to ask you for a perception check, please.
Also, I put this in the chat. Tuna has like suddenly moved between everyone in the door.
Oh.
So Tuna is blocking the front door.
Nice. Okay. Ladrin, what you get in your insight?
Not much. 10.
Okay. And Feora, perception?
15.
15. Okay. So it's hard to read Ladrin. It's really hard to read her bump, like the facial, right? A lot of it's with emoting, and with the burns, there just isn't much movement there. But you see regret in her eyes for what it's worth. But you also see her kind of coming to terms with perhaps a reckoning, and that she's maybe come to some degree of peace, understanding this is due. And Feora, let's see. So Feora, you feel this weird resonance start filling the room. Like it's just kind of resonating with your body. You're feeling this energy. And it's sort of coming over from Tuna over by the door. And you have felt this once before when Poppy first appeared to all of you when you stepped into Moonfell. There's this magic in Moonfell that has been cast on the shield to allow Poppy to take form when needed. And as that's resonating, you're hearing a soft echo, like, that kind of gets louder and clearer as a shape appears between Ladrin and Phelan's mom. A ghost appears. You're channeling the shield's magic with your ability to see ghosts. Where you are picking up just you currently, Feora, but you are feeling it come more and more into reality, like everyone will be able to see it given just a little time. Shouting at Ladrin to stop. So I'll give you a moment, Feora, if you want to react to that before going back over to Ladrin.
Oh. Dan, is there a way I can help the process at all?
Yeah, make you can make either an Arcana check, or you can make a Wisdom saving throw. I don't know which of those would be better for you.
They are exactly the same.
Okay, you can do so with advantage because you've got Tuna's shield giving you advantage of resonating.
17.
Oh yeah. So you begin to channel and will this along. You all begin hearing this echo that turns into manifest as a ghost standing between Ladrin and Phelan's mom, facing Ladrin, yelling, "Don't Please don't kill her! Ladrin, it's been a while since you've seen Phelan. But her form stands before you now.
So I can see her.
Mm-hmm.
She freezes.
Ladrin. I know how you feel. I do. In passing, I learned what my mother did, but please, bring her to the leaders of the tribe, so that she gets the punishment she deserves. But please don't kill her. She'll get what she deserves. I know it. And she gives you a look because she's been on the other side. Like, she will get what she deserves. But I don't want that on you. It's my fault as much as it is hers, Ladrin. When he kind of reaches a ghostly hand out, and it kind of passes through, but you feel a little of the energy of her hand crackle on your cheek. When I was 6, I was out playing in the woods, and I saw something incredible. A beautiful woman, someone right out of a fairy tale, was sitting kindly with your mother. I witnessed them make a sort of a deal just out of the books, out of the fairy tales. It was magical. And they both seemed to be very happy. It felt like they knew one another. They held each other's company the way close friends do with one another. And I was 6. I didn't understand the context. It seemed all magical and caring. And I had no idea that anyone would think it's a bad thing. And I was just excited to have seen this magical moment with this fairy tale queen. I came home and I spoke of it freely at dinner that night, Matron. I never thought my mother would use her position as Fandel to poison your mother and you, and think that such a magical moment would be something bad. I was just sharing with my mom magical thing that had happened. I never thought she'd take what I said and blame it for the sundering. I felt terrible guilt. Must be thankfully you survived, and I just felt terrible guilt over it as you and I grew together, grew older. And that's why I always stuck by her side. I just never had the strength to share that story. I didn't want to lose the friend that I'd gained in you. And as my feelings grew, so did the guilt of keeping it all from you. Becoming lovers. It made me happier than I'd ever been. And added guilt in equal measure. When I died. In my last moments, I knew how foolish it was to have kept it from you. How little my guilt was when truly compared to my love for you. My last moments as they fleetingly escaped me, and I just wanted to give everything, Adrian, for even one more moment being with you, being held by you, having you look in my eyes with that incredible love of yours. And being in the presence, your presence for you. In one more moment. I'm so sorry, patron. All of it. A beautiful orchid makes your cheeks, my everything.
Yeah, she's just bawling at this point.
Puts her head to your forehead, Also.
Is that what you meant in the letter that you gave me? You were referencing something. You were saying it was like you deserved this. You had it coming. Is that what you meant?
Yes. Yes. I held so tightly to this guilt. And feel that I shamed our love with it by not just sharing. And it was all because I came home and shared that tale of your mother and what seemed like a very close friend, powerful, just a queen of a fairy tale. And it's I understand my mother used it. My mother made the choice, but had I not simply said anything that day, your mother would be here.
You were 6. Like, that's... For a child. It wouldn't have been on you for sharing something you thought was beautiful. Like, that's not... I would not put the blame on you for wanting to share that. I'm not angry at you. I wish you would have told me.
Me too. At death, it's all become quite clear. I just wish I had the time back, Latrid. I wish I had you.
Yeah.
Looks down and as if something's a little off. I don't think I get to stay here much longer. So please let me have these last moments this time. Let me just share them with you and hold you and have you look in my eyes the way that you always did. And please have my mom be punished, but not by your hand. Let me share these last moments with you.
She's not that she can like hold on or whatever, but
There's a little bit of
I
guilt
imagine
at
she'll
this
try
point.
to. She'll just like, I guess, like try to pull her like to the ground on her knees and just try to hug her that way.
Yeah, it's
Try to,
solid
like,
enough for you to
hug.
hug. Yeah. And she knows
Yeah.
just gonna sobs openly over your shoulder at that point.
So many sobs.
And she'll just pull back in these last moments where she seems to be kind of fading away. And but you're like a conduit here. You're like doing your best to channel and try and keep this open. You just takes your hands, takes your cheeks in her hands, and just you know, just stares. Like she said she wanted that one more moment of just being able to look at your look. Kind of fades and disappears. Field resonance drops. And the mother is, behind, like, just like, didn't get to talk. I don't think that Phelan really, this isn't the time to talk to her mom. She really wanted to spend every moment with you. And the mom's just a bit in shock, falling back on her butt on the floor.
Ladron's probably going to spend like a good couple minutes just like crying on the floor. She's not moving yet. So yeah, I think that's what she'll do.
I think the woman's gonna get up in that time and shuffle off to that little closet. It's like 3 feet this way, but in case anyone wants to do anything, I'll pause. But she's gonna shuffle over to that closet.
I'm keeping a very close eye on her.
Okay.
Just watching her.
Nice. Opens, shuffles, pulls some stuff out, sets it down. And then comes back over with kind of a larger box, maybe 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall, 2 feet deep or so. Whatever you see fit is what I'll turn myself into the elders. That's what Phelan wants. But I'll abide whatever punishment you wish to dole out. Well, she says to you later as you're on the floor. But, I think Phelan probably would have wanted you to have this. It sets the box down in front of you, latches on the front towards you. Steps back. Steps.
She won't say anything except that she'll unlatch the box and open it.
Okay. As you open up the top, there's a tray that sits right on the top. Its depth is only about an inch, and it has crushed velvet lining. And there are 2 wedding rings that sit atop. Below, as you lift that up, it's removable. You set it down to the side. Are 2 wedding dresses that you had often spoke of and kind of thrown designs back and forth. Planning on the wedding. She'd at one point taken those ideas and crafted these 2 wedding dresses.
Okay. Sob more. And then she'll, without taking anything out really besides like lifting the little tray, she'll put the tray back, latch it, and then look at Phelan's mom and says, if you want to turn yourself in, that's up to you. If you want to follow what Phelan says, that's up to you. I think you got punishment enough for all of that.
She looks at you with an undeserving look. A soft look from like a mother-in-law to a daughter that she knows she doesn't get to do. I'm so sorry. You've had to lose so much. Sorry for what I took away. I think that Phelan must be incredibly proud, and your mother, rest your soul, of the person that you've become. I know that I am, for what it's worth.
Like I said, I don't having lived, how old is she now? 101, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Having lived this, well, hold on, math, shit.
Yeah, no, 101.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
16. Yeah, I was trying to do math from the Hellfire.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was 16
18
years. So
then. Well,
18?
17.
Okay. Almost 20. We'll just say that.
Yes.
So yeah, and having lived almost 20 years after the Hellfire, I've had to carry that guilt. And I think you carrying that around with you, with what happened, I think is probably what you deserve more than what some elders could even pass on to you, because they don't know shit. So I don't trust them to know what to do, know what's right, because they didn't do anything for me. So
All right. I'll spend my time, what I have left, continuing to try and atone for those terrible choices.
good.
The rain begins to let up outside the hut.
Well, I think we're done here. Thanks for the hospitality again. I need to go. But
Wish you the best.
hold on. Well, no, hold on. I don't think I have it prepared. Would I know? Would I know how to gain without taking the burns away? Gain the taste and smell back.
I mean, I would say maybe a greater restoration could restore some of that.
Then nope, I didn't prepare it. Oh darn.
I'll let you rule of cool it if you want, and just say you happen to have it after yesterday. You're like, maybe I'll just keep this prepared in case I need it on another day. But you don't have to use it either.
True.
But I'll give the allowance for it if you want. It'll be, the 100 things of gold dust, diamond dust. Yeah. That or regenerate, but I think that's a higher level spell.
I think
Oh, I
regenerate
don't-
7th level.
Okay.
No, I don't want to regenerate or burn skin. Fuck that. But if the she'll dragon chat to Tuna and say, do you still have some diamond dust left?
Tuna was like propped up against the door at this point and just kind of walks up and holds out the pouch. There's enough left for one more spell.
So how am I gonna do this? She'll turn to Phelan's mom and say, if you'll allow me, I want to do something. It won't harm you. It'll help, but
I don't know if I deserve anything kind from you, but I will absolutely accept anything you wish to give me.
Okay. Well, still, and she'll concentrate. She's only honing in on the scent and the taste, and then trying to restore that.
Okay, sure. And you feel the magic work? It restores? Yeah, and you can see her instantly already like pick up smells. Oh, thank you. I don't have words. Thank you.
Now you can taste the tea. Maybe a hint of guilt to it, even more. But anyways, okay. She'll not sure what else to do, but like turn around and pick up the box and head out the door. After she's probably already picked up the Phoenix chest too. Whatever she needs to pick up.
Collects everything. Yeah.
Collects everything.
Okay.
And heads out the door.
Is everyone following Ladrin or anything else before anyone else leaves?
I think Feyre would wait a second and just kind of stare at Phelan's mom a little bit and then leave without saying anything.
Yeah, I think I will also leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tuna will probably gonna hang out and make sure we're good and then leave after the others.
Okay. You'll head out down the trail back to the lily pad. Later, and you hop up and gets ready to move on. Anything before, as you're all 100 feet away now at the lily pad? Otherwise, I'll move us along with travel, but I'll give time.
Ladrin's probably going to set the box down. I think ultimately she'll put it in the bag of holding, but she'll like use it almost as a pillow if it's like high enough without it like hurting her neck. I don't know. She'll sleep next to it. She just wants to like lay down, and now she's exhausted from all the crying.
Oh yeah.
And just
All right. Boxed dresses have that lovely orchid smell that, you know, the two of you would kind of, find in one another a lot and call each other little orchids.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As you continue your journey, you now know what Phelan meant by feeling guilty, by it being her fault. You know what happened to your mom and why. With I guess the only question maybe remaining is, what was this meeting your mom was having with this fairy tale person?
Yeah, I wrote down fairy queen, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are going to be traveling because you all are so well situated. We don't really have too much going on with some rolls for travel, pre-done rolls for travel. You find
Real
yours.
quick. Sorry. Before they like go to bed or whatever that night, I
Yeah.
think Tuna will go up to Ladrin and say, I've learned enough about you to know you don't want to talk about this right now, so I'm not going to make you do that. But I am going to say, as someone who has been fueled out of spite and revenge for the past 6 years now, that is the bravest thing you could have done. And I don't know if I could have done the same in your situation.
We'll just kind of give like a small little like smile, and if you're close enough, she'll like squeeze your hand.
Yeah, I'll squeeze back and say, yeah, proud of you. Not that it means much, but I am. Then I'll just go back to whatever I was doing.
Okay. Right. And so the journey continues. Friendships deepen, and Legion, I think you'll find that you probably get a pretty good night of sleep or two. You know, there's a lot you've been hanging on. Your guilt about the Hellfire kind of ties in with this, and absolving, being able to say, you know, your guilt, you've paid enough, do what you can moving forward, kind of lets you say so to yourself too. Let go of some of that guilt. Okay. Well, we're gonna continue traveling east across the Morishita Expanse. There's, I think, maybe like 2 weeks until you hit the cove of where South Belmont is on the southern peninsula, and North Belmont wraps around and is on that northern peninsula. But it's a rather large cove, and so the road, excuse me, butts out at one point and kind of follows the curve, and you're at just the right time of year for this bay is called Candlelight Bay, and it's this time of year that where it gets its name from. There are some sea critters called lantern horses. They're sort of like seahorses and paper lanterns put together. They kind of have that sort of a fleshy thing. They're larger, and they light up. They're bioluminescent, and sometimes around this time of year, they come into the cove, to do their business, and then they go out like a month later. They go back out to sea. But this time of year, it looks like beautiful candle lights are dancing beneath the water, illuminating this whole cove. And this is like, if you walked around the cove, it's like 3 weeks. It's a large cove, but the whole thing just looks like stars and water as these candle lights dance with these little lantern horses. So you get there. Gosh, the road takes you up to abut that, and I think that Tuna, you know that it's just the right time of year for that. Fiora and Dia would know. So, Ladrian, you're probably the only one that doesn't know about it.
Just very in awe.
So you're cruising along on your lily pad, and as you get to that first night, tracking northward and around that cove, sure enough, the lights begin to dance. Twilight sets, and it is an absolutely beautiful sight. It's a cloudless sky above, and full moon reflecting on the top of the ocean waters here, and it's like Dance of the Moonlight jellies. You just got all those beautiful lights bobbing in and out of the like crystal clear water. As you are cruising along, let's see, that's twilight. So sometime after dinner, in that hour or two after dinner, but before 9 o'clock hits and watches start, um, everyone's getting their stuff set. You've had dinner. You're on the lily pad cruising along and deciding, okay, yeah, you're probably doing deciding work because you always do the same watch rotation. But just before, maybe like it's 8:30, figuring 9's when you start watches. There's a rather unassuming spot off the side of the road that really just is right abuts that cove. It's a shoreline road. You see a tent set up, little campfire, and in the distance, maybe like it's pretty open out here because you're coastal. There aren't really any trees on the other side. A couple 100 feet, maybe 300, 400 feet out, you see the light, the campfire, and you see someone coming out of the water of the cove and up to their tent. Hard to make out, much about them, but you can see that they are humanoid and they have wings on their back. They're right along the road. They're not, they just seem to be camping by the side.
Just coming out of the water?
Coming out of the water, heading back up to their tent.
The person that we met on the road at one point.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I didn't put down their full appearance in my notes. It was the mercenary that was traveling without other people. And it was the only survivor. Is this them?
Like I had tattoos.
This form looks a little smaller than theirs.
Their
form was pretty.
I knew they had something.
A lot of it
tattoos,
fits.
You're right.
The wings. You think you even see maybe some horns on the head as you get a little within like 300 feet, but theirs were like straight. These are kind of curved back. And this figure, like that figure, was imposing. They were wrong. This one's like strong, but maybe tinier frame.
Okay.
We just seem to be like drying their hair or something as you're like 200 feet, 100 feet. Sounds like everyone's, you're just on your lily pad, you're just gonna go by. So I'll cover as you gotta go. I mean, their tent is like 15 feet off the side of the road. So I'm gonna let you know ahead of time that I'm definitely going to smut this person up. Because there are characters, just so you're prepared.
Mud warning.
Yeah. So you don't have to, you could just be like, yeah, cool, Dan, and just move on. That my feelings will be hurt. But I just, like in the description, I just wanted you to know ahead of time. Okay. So, this person's, you could tell they've recently come out of the water, drying their hair. They got a black towel to dry hair. They have hair that's sort of like Ladron's now with a side shave and sort of a wisp over like ear level. Dark black hair with little like a dusting of silver inside. They do. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, so full description. They have the body of someone born with masculine genetics, but has put a lot of time and effort into feminizing their form. They're wearing a loose-fitting, long-sleeve white shirt, partly buttoned, made of some type of silk, as well as some fine white linen capri-like pants. They have with a heavy fold just below the knees. All still like drenched and dripping. They're relatively muscular in a thin, athletic way. The strong calves and thighs and a very bubbled butt. Their shirt loosely tucked into their pants, and then at their fairly snatched waist, drapes loosely from slightly broad athletic shoulders and arms. Except where it sticks to their larger bubble-shaped pecs and abs below. their larger wings out broad behind them to let the water drip freely. And yeah, they're drying their hair, and they look up, seeing you all approach. Oh, evening. Pleasure. That's, looking at the lily pad, rather remarkable. I'm Lennox. Sorry. I'd love to make your acquaintance. Kind of, I'm so curious about that lily pad. I'll pay you for your time. I've got food, a good company, great view, and kind of gestures over to like the horseshoe critters in the water.
I'll say.
Oh, nice.
Tuna's like covering their eyes. Oh, yeah. Sure, we'd love to tell you about it. Can you put on some pants, please?
Right.
Sorry.
Yes.
Well, yeah. They look down, they've got their linens, and they're like, oh right, it just came out of the water and right. All right, and they reach down to their ankles, and as they pull their hands up over them, their clothes shift into some right, they have a dark crimson red skin, I should add. Black horns that come up like this, and from the edges of the horns, black splotches that dot outward from the outer part of their face, the front, down the sides. From what you saw on the shirt, they go all the way down the sides, and the legs and all, and out to the tail. And as they draw up, there's cleaner, like drier rather clothes, whites, blacks, and some gold trim here and there. Loose, comfortable kind of sailor on the beach, like a swashbuckler that's down to the least bit of clothes that they wear underneath. Is what they're wearing currently. Sorry. That I was right. Again, Lennox is my name. It's a pleasure to meet each of you. And kind of looks around to make introductions.
Why on the side of the road?
Oh, well, it's better to make friends this way. Also, it's, I only have to go so far to the road and then so far to the beach right here. And he kind of pauses as you say that, Dia. Oh, may I ask, it might seem like a strange question, or it might make perfect sense. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, a Quaylin? It'd be a relative, probably. Quaylin? Oh, all right. Misrin then. Raketh? Raikou?
Elzaris? Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, he's listing off
Raikou
names?
is your great-great-grandmother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, you don't have to answer that if you don't want, but he's just...
Why so curious?
Oh, I'm a descendant as well. And a sorcerer, and they light up a little flame in their hand. You're accustomed to prestidigitation and such.
Yeah.
And I saw, and if he leans down, and some of those speckles almost look like scales. And the red skin on his hands and the splotchy black dots on it, kind of, he tightens them a little bit, like flexes the fist a little bit, and they kind of go from a softer skin to dragon scales.
Why are you out here?
Here in particular,
Yes.
well, it's, I'd say 50% planet and 50% just sort of listening to where the cosmos want me to be.
I'm gonna rub my hand that gives us seeing through illusions, the emblem on our hand that we were gifted.
Nice.
Sorry, everyone. I'm about to assault your brain.
Everyone has that. Whoa. Most of the world shifts and looks the same. It's kind of a darker blue, like a cobalt filter has been put over your eyes out here. As it sort of just sends out a wave. One thing you do see, so Ledak seems to be just the same.
Okay.
But being this close to the ocean, you see for a moment there was a primordial that was dying, lost their body, and fused their spirit with the ocean. And so you see the spirit of the ocean, like the waves come in like this. The spirit of the ocean comes in, like you look over and it goes in like an extra 150 feet, and you get kind of pushed. You feel it tug on your soul a bit as it kind of pushes it slightly out of your body and then back.
Too much. I shut it off.
You shut it off. Are you? Did the? It takes a while to get used to that. The ocean there, right?
You can see it too.
I have got an eye for it.
I think I just like start sneezing uncontrollably for a couple seconds. So much magic. Okay. Everything seems to be on the up and up, but yes, that is we are of relation.
Lovely. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yours too. Cousin, we'll call you cousin.
I love that. Oh.
All right then.
I love that. Perfect. They're going to, right, I'm sorry, Lennox, actually, here is Lennox, they, them. So they're going to, look over to Feora. I love the lavender in your trim. Of course, you know Feora, he's using Thieves' Cant as he says that, so I'm going to send you a private message. Let's see. But please, pull up a seat. Tell me about the lily pad. That's just, I've never seen anything like that, and I've seen quite a bit. So I'm rather interested. Here, let me make a proper meal for you. I have, let's see. We go into their tent and pull out like a table. They're pulling a table out of the tent opening, and it's like this 20-foot long, 4-foot wide table. They just they get it out on the beach, and they go back in the tent. They pull out a tablecloth and put the tablecloth down, and as it lands across and rolls out across the table, a hero's feast is created. So for what it's worth, I mean, for the next, I think it's 24 hours or something, you get like, we won't do the things, but you have like resistance to a bunch of stuff, temporary hit points, and it's a delicious meal. So where did that come from? I've never. What could it do? I mean, obviously.
Well, cousin, let me regale you with the tale.
Please do.
Absolutely. I have no self-awareness or self-preservation, with an 8 being my wisdom, so I'm just telling it all.
Awesome. They seem super captivated. They clearly they've got a passion for magic, for the like charismatic, and like they're connecting, highly empathetic, and they're just like, oh, this and that. Starts breaking out the feast. Any booze that anyone wants to drink and partake, and then starts talking about the lantern horses, I think it was. Alright, let me send this to Feora really quickly. Is there anything that you all want to, talk about over dinner and the lily pad, or ask Lennox?
I'm going to do something separate. So if anyone wants to talk to Lennox first.
Okay.
All this talk about us and our lily pad. Where are you from?
I'm from a prime very much long gone. But I count myself among the fortunate few that made it here to this new prime. Wonderful place, isn't it? For the most part.
Better than my last one.
Than most. Indeed. Alright, there you go. Well, that's been sent to you. Sorry for the hang up. That's multitasking brains. Hopefully that makes sense. They don't mind doing that either way, but want to check first. Then this, and then there's just so many wonders here that weren't, at least in the prime that I come from. But here on this prime, I spend probably currently most of my time split between, here, of course, Istel Fair, and Thetheo Hesse, 2 continents. You all know Thetheo Hesse is like 2 continents over. So you've heard of it, probably don't know it super intimately.
How are you able to travel with such ease? We've had a nightmare getting anywhere further than a town over.
Oh, and kind of like looks everyone over, like kind of assessing levels. Like, travel? A strong will to avoid too much time on the road. That's what brought me to learn
It's the
some of the
worst thing ever invented.
I swear.
Walking.
I love the
Yes.
idea of it, right? Oh, rustic
It
and on the
sounds so cute. I know.
It's like
They
sailing.
make the cutest cloaks and boots. Everyone, like the aesthetic of it is very
Yes.
appealing.
It's wonderful.
Actually doing it is the worst.
An hour tops.
Mhm.
Eat pop some cheese and a little wine and stuff. And all the while, just doing thieves can't here and there to, with a conversation with you, Feora, as you answer back, and they continue.
They just drinking.
Since I'm here, I truly hope that this isn't overstepping. Actually, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna use a little telepathy, if you don't mind, and just mention something to a few of you, in case it's a secret. But I'm here, and I might be able to help. So I just want to reach out, and letting Fox first to Ladrin. So I can't help but notice that you have some lycanthropy. I can help if you wish, unless you're fine with it. I didn't want to spill the beans in case your friends don't know.
Oh, they're very much aware. What gave it away? I'm curious.
Well, I had some close friends, that were I don't want this to sound offensive, because it's not. There's a bit of a scent that if you're attuned to it, and it's not a bad one per se. I mean, it depends. If you just you've been in the water all day, it's a bit different. But otherwise, it's not a bad scent. It's just a very unique scent. I'm sorry. I gotta go see what Lily wrote back because I got distracted by it.
Distracted by chat too.
Nice. If you're fine with that, it seems like you probably have it under control if they are aware of it. Just wanted to offer, that's all.
Yeah. We're all good. I think I'm good for now, but thank you for the offer.
Of course. They head over to to Tuna mentally, just wanted to check in with you. I couldn't help but notice that you have a taste, just a touch of the lycanthropy. And if you're all set with it, that's great. But I can help if you don't wish to have it.
How could you tell?
I don't mean to sound offensive, but there's a bit of a scent. Gotta go.
No, that's
It's not bad. It's
no.
not bad. Usually, it's
Okay.
right. It's
Yeah. No, I get it. No, I'm good with it. We've made friends at this point, the
Oh,
wolf and
good.
I. So
Oh, wonderful.
yeah,
Oh, lovely. All right.
appreciate it though.
Of course. And again, sorry to intrude. Just
No, we all know about the others. Like,
oh, that'll
it's
save me some
all
more.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, we all know.
Good. Good. Thank you kindly. All right. So there's a little bit more. So 50% was sort of this is where the universe wanted me. And then I put a plan in, like, all right, let's go there and do that, and so on and so forth. So I've just been checking with your friend, making sure this is okay to sort of cover some of the rest of this in front of y'all. I am actually a little bit aware of all of you. I'm sort of in the know across the world. Have a rough idea what some of the good works you're all up to. Which makes sense, kind of looks at like Dia, like it makes sense, right? I mean, being a granddaughter, this and that. And you're all very, very competent and strong. And so it makes sense, fate sort of brought you together here. And of course, you all have decided to do this and pursue. But I'm aware of the 7 lost gods that you're dealing with here. I'm dealing with something similar on Theo Hesse. Lateral. No more gods. Thank goodness. But a danger equally catastrophic. I'm sorry, did you give names earlier?
I would have given my after fully just after the revelation. It's like Dia, at least my own name.
Yeah, I would have given.
Okay, you're good. Okay, so you're right.
She would have just said McDoigan.
McDoigan. That's a classic name where I come from. Do deception check. Could you say that? Deception or persuasion, based on whether it's true or not, and then just give me the number.
Okay, so I don't know exactly which one to roll for that. Because she wasn't given a last name at birth. It's just one that she picked out when she was a kid.
That's a legit name.
Okay.
You've given it to everyone, and I love when you slip it in. Yeah.
All right, that's a shame because my persuasion is not as high as my deception. It's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, it just nods. In Ladrin, you gave your name or different?
Drinking.
What's that?
I said she's drinking.
Oh, okay. So no name, no time because you're drinking. It's some really good booze over there at the table.
It's been a hot minute. But she's listening intently when he's discussing the lost gods because now she had a thought pop in her head and she's listening.
Well, for Feora, I'm sorry, for McDoigan, I feel like you and I do, I mean, a lot of you, and I do similar work in the world, sort of trying to look out for best interests and such. Of course, you and I have lived fairly long, McDoigan. It helps us see the world in a bit of a different point of view. But I can tell you want me to get to the point. So, in the way that you're dealing with the 7 lost gods here in Istelfair, there are those in the Theo Hesse confronted an equally dangerous situation. But I find myself with even greater matters to deal with, both here in the West and on another continent. And so with the absolute and utmost respect for your incredibly impressive security and very tightly run ship, I've learned that you have some people trained in some highly specialized work. And I'm very much in need of those services. As I have need of a very fast and secretive delivery to be made. I'm willing to play in platinum information on any continent as I'm integrated in each or connections for this job. I need a message. I need a parcel delivered at an exact time and date to a very specific location during a time I'll sadly be indisposed. May I count on your services?
What's
is
the
it?
package?
Suspicious.
It's for another group of adventurers combating something on Sundered Faete. But I've heard of all of you, and meeting has been quite lovely, partly to get a feel for all of you personally, but I also don't know you all thoroughly yet. I don't think you're gonna go spreading, any details here, but I mean, as your friend and kind of gestures to Big Doigan, can tell you if you don't have to share information, then it's better not to, security wise. And it's really risky business, so I hope I can ask your understanding.
Tuna kind of leans forward on their knees and just kind of says, "Last time I was asked to deliver a package and not told what was inside. Avalon blew up. Literally.
Oh.
So you'll forgive me if I'm a bit suspicious of this."
Could make a persuasion check. That's pretty persuasive.
Okay. I'm proficient in that. He's clerics.
That's awesome.
Hey.
Oh god, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Please God, be kind to me. 14.
Okay. All right.
I rolled a 7 on both dice.
Oh, nice. All right. No, you know what? I'm an open-minded person, and that makes a lot of sense. Would it be sufficient to tell you that it's a written letter and a magic item that has nothing destructive about it?
Insight check?
Absolutely.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Sorry. I know this is like
sorry. Check. You don't know this guy. Like, he seems legit, but
24.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's legit. He's doing his best to make sure he genuinely wants to appease you all, not offend, and let you know as much as he can without compromising the security of this other group and what they might be after. I can also say that this, I can be careful because so Dan is trying to make sure I don't spoil anything for Friday night as I balance this. So I will put something in. No, I can't because 2 of you are on Friday night.
You're good. Tuna trusts at this point.
Okay.
After a 24 insight, I'm good.
Nice.
I just want to make sure. I feel like it would be out of character for Tuna to deliver
Not
a
ask
package.
about an unidentified package.
Yeah.
Fair.
Right.
It's the fucking Unabomber. Like,
Nice. I live in a shed. Awesome. Okay. If that suffices, I can try and find a better way to share more, but it's truly for their benefit only, mostly informative, and just something to help them. They're doing.
When would you need this done?
He writes down, I don't want to speak it, and read it, please, and then just, looks like sees you have some magic, and I'll just burn it if that's all right. And she writes it down and folds it up and passes it to you. And so you can take a look, and then you fold it up, and if you pass it back, he'll burn it. You've got a date and time. It's not right away, so you've got time to get like settled in, probably to get to North Belmont, and before you have to send it.
Trying to think.
Okay.
She'll take out her platinum piece and just say, I need a night cloak through the sending stone.
For what it's worth, it's not right now that he needs that done, but it's going to be a different time. He's going to I guess to specify, I guess he needs to ask, is this something that I give you now, which I can do? Or is it something I should leave somewhere and then at the proper place and time it gets picked up? What works best for you?
Does it need to be delivered to a different continent? Sorry, just so I, as Serena, know. Does it need to be delivered to a different continent?
It does.
We can get tickets for that. Like, we can get like.
No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, okay.
Well, because what I was thinking is that someone picks it up now and keeps it at the Dragon's Hoard. That way it doesn't get left.
Couldn't be a safer place, from what I understand. All right, so a night cloak shows up. Poof! It's not Crystal, but it's another person that was with her the first time in the alley. Gives a bow to you and everybody, and hands you the stuff, McDoigan. And it's a wooden chest, sealed. You can feel. There's Arcana coming off of it, but anyone that's proficient in Arcana. Oh, none of you are proficient in Arcana. I always go back to session 0. It's blocking magic. I don't think it's hard to tell. There you are. Thank you so much. And what sort of payment can I give you? Connections, this continent or another?
Can you get stuff, cousin?
Sometimes. What are you looking for?
Things to stop getting me fucking mind controlled.
Oh, all right. So, you might be looking for maybe. Oh, that's a good one. Let me see what I can find. I feel like that might be doable. Is there anything else? In case I can't get that, I don't want to come back empty-handed. Is there anything else?
Any information about, is it Haas?
Oh, hi. I'll see what I can find out. I'm here briefly. Is there any place I can look? Do you have any leads currently?
We've just been told suspicious activity in North Belmont. I just thought maybe if you had heard anything already.
I haven't already, unfortunately. I just got here. And I've got to head out west first. Rather pressing. But I don't have to be there till tomorrow. I just have to make sure I am there tomorrow. Let me see what I can put out though. There's some other folks on this continent that help me with information and such, so I can see. But is there anything else? In case I can't find that, the last thing I want to do is get these wonderful services, one of a kind, and not have anything for all of you.
Money's always a good fallback.
All right, that I can definitely do. Okay. Very well. Those I can do all of those. First and foremost, as something to not be mind controlled, just be for for you, I think if I find it, the magic items are fairly sparse here in this prime. Platinum, I can definitely set up with platinum. Or information on Husk. Any other information? That's sort of magic and information are my two fortes, I'd say.
Have you ever heard of Zion? A Zion of the
Beastless Void.
That.
Oh, that's something I haven't heard in a hell of a long time.
But you've heard of it.
Right, I have. So first, all right, I should answer your question before I ask a question because I'm very curious where you've heard it from. Zion of the Ceaseless Void. So that's sort of a rank. There, all right. There's. What do you know about the cosmos and the different realms? Are you all fairly versed in the different realms, the Feywild and the Shadowfell, and then you've got further ones where the deities used to live, and then out beyond that you've got like the Astral Sea, where time nearly stands still and it's difficult to live out there.
At one point when I was interested in that, and then no, seemed like a lot. We did visit the Feywild at one point, though.
Oh, lovely. I mean, sometimes lovely, sometimes deadly, sometimes a little both.
Fucking awful, actually. Not lovely at all, but I get the sentiment.
No. I swear, there's good parts of the Fae, I promise. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, new mission for Lennox. Find a nice vacation spot in the Feywild I can bring you all so you can just have the pluses and none of the ground opening up and trying to eat you and such, because that seems to be more common.
Or other werewolves crawling into your
Oh.
tavern room and
that's where
trying to kill you in your sleep.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sure, there's one. I'm sure there's one that's up in the Feywild that's like in a really small plot of land. I think it's ruled by someone really amazing right now.
You know what? You're probably right. So there are some species that live in that astral sea. There's the Githyanki and the Githzerai. They both are. You're familiar with illithids, mind flayers, the tentacles. They bite your head, eat your brains. All right. So they used to control all those the Gith. And then they broke free from their mind control, and then they have very different philosophies. These two very different Gith. So the Githyanki are very warrior-like, and we're gonna eternal mission to kill all the illithids. The Githzerai are more like monks, and they're about not vengeance and such, but like processing things in yourself and meditation to overcome past traumas and events, but they're also really strong. But they're more monk-like and monastic in practice. There is a realm called Limbo. It's a little bit outside of the astral sea, where time stops existing. It's outside of time. And there is a Githzerai named Zerthamon that is in limbo and in eternal meditation. The Zion of the Ceaseless Void sort of worship. They serve. Worship's maybe the wrong word. They serve Zerthamon. They don't leave limbo, but the Zions, there's a couple different ranks, but the Zions sometimes will. But I haven't heard of one. I mean, there's a previous prime a very, very long time ago. And that was in history in that prime. Ancient history in that prime. May I ask where you heard that from?
In a book.
Someone wrote it in my book.
Oh.
You wrote it in your book, to be fair.
It is in my handwriting.
Have you come
but
in
I've never
contact
heard of this before.
with anything otherworldly in the past?
Yes, multiple times.
Oh,
A
Plenty.
lot.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate, really.
We can give you an itemized list.
please.
Mhm.
Hey. You kind of
It'll take some time, though.
shit you've been through. You're like, oh.
Multiple primordials, vampires, ghosts.
Ghosts on the daily.
Yes.
Oh, the one with tentacles.
Skeletons.
I think that's...
Yes, there was a butler that committed a murder. Wait, was it a butler, or did they blame the butler?
Well, it ended up being the butler, yeah.
Yeah, the butler did
Nice,
it, yes.
nice.
And they turned into a jellyfish.
Oh. The more recent one, I think, with the skull with the fangs and the
Yes.
tentacle
The giant
legs.
vampire skull. Mhm.
That sounds like a Zion.
That motherfucker.
I knew it. I knew it. I hate that. We just put that in our bag of holding. I just want to point that out. We just threw that in there.
We thought it was dead, and it didn't
It
have any
was.
magical weirdness on it. So it was just, a skull with teeth.
Yeah,
I
it was
refuse
my
to take
idea. So like, I
responsibility
can't...
for this.
Yeah.
In fairness, they can live in a basically dead state, nothing left but bones. But once they get some blood on them, they're sort of vampiric in that nature, not actually vampiric, but
Mhm.
similar. And then they
Blood come
just
from.
So what would happen if it was just like loose in the world, just hypothetically speaking?
right.
Pathetically.
Well, there would
Theoretically.
probably need to be someone like Letic that starts putting out some feelers for that. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. And you say it happened over, okay. I mean, it's not necessarily an evil creature or anything. In my understanding, they simply go out and gather information for Zarthaban, current state of things, more things for Zarthaban to meditate upon. Typically not danger. Yes, I also have never seen one, or they're not a common occurrence. But it must have had some sort of leftover effect for you, kind of gestures, because he doesn't know your name, in your mind. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it, because their psionic capabilities are incredible. They're very dangerous.
Okay.
Sounds like it was newly reborn. And as you can probably tell, they're already pretty strong, even like that. They just
Yeah,
get stronger.
Where did it get the blood? I'm very concerned about this.
We
It
didn't
was
have any blood in the back of holding, correct?
Did
Not that I remember.
I thought it was Gil.
Yeah.
Trying to eat Gil.
Was there anything in the bag that might have had blood, or anything where you found it that had blood?
There may have been some
Wait.
vials of blood, if I had to guess.
There's Feora's bloody dagger in there. By the way.
What happens if you pull it out? Is it clean?
I don't-
reach my
that's
hand
a-
in there.
I no. Wait, what? I don't know if you're reaching your hand in the bag of holding, or I'm gonna just reach my hand into the bag of holding.
Think about the handle, not the
Mhm.
blade.
Right.
Smart.
Handle first.
Handle first, please do not stab
They
me.
teach
Thank
this
you.
Clean as a whistle.
Damn it.
Would you like this back?
Why would we have vials of blood? No, I don't want it. Why would we have
Okay,
vials
stick
of
there.
blood in there?
It feels like something that Ladrin would pick up at some point. I don't know.
No.
You see
agreed.
something interesting on the ground, whether it's a goopy material, you put it in a potion bottle, and then you put it in.
bottle. Yeah, that's.
I've had a vial of oil substance, 8 different bottles of liqueur, a creepy ass doll that I want gone, but no blood.
Well, you better check and see if that doll's still in there.
I don't want to.
It
It
could
should
be
just.
like-
From?
At this point.
fucking
Huh?
mask at this point.
Oh, we don't have that with us.
Mm.
The what?
I gave it to Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Wait, the creepy ass doll?
No, the mask.
Oh, I don't
Good.
have the mask on here.
Good.
Yeah.
I
I
forgot
love
that.
the good work you're all doing. Like, you know you're doing it right when you can go through your inventory and it's a creepy doll, deadly mask. You know, you're adventuring right.
You know, we may have set loose a giant vampire skull thing, but hey,
It sounds like you
At
went into the
least we-
forest. Hey, yeah.
at least we have a doll.
Perfect.
That I didn't want.
I'll see what I can find on the design. Likely, it's just gonna find its way back to to limbo. Probably take some wildlife in the forest to regenerate and then be on its way. But I'll check and make sure. It'll leave tracks. You don't just jump to limbo without leaving some signs behind. So we'll take a look.
Yeah.
Well, I think that check my notes super quick. Yeah, I can't thank you enough. I will let me just give you some platinum now, just in case.
Yes, thank
and
you.
I will work on everything else. And he counts, goes into his tent, comes out with just a row of it's like a wooden box with purple kind of crushed material that the little platinum coins kind of line up end to end. And I'm gonna say that's maybe it probably stacks what would be nice of 25 platinum pieces. So it's just, I hope that's enough for now. And I'll get you, this is just what I have on me, but I'll get you some more later. Or hopefully I can find an item to help you cause. You know, just gesturing to DM. And hi. Do any of you use sending? Or no sending? Ah, perfect. As do I, so I'll reach out if and when I can, and please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm a pretty handy resource with information sometimes. I'm often spread a bit thin. But you have any other questions for me? Or should we sit down and just kick back? Because that's a lot of crazy business. It's always good to wash it down with a drink.
Oof. I certainly need a drink.
Lovely.
Drinks are great. At one point, Ladrin wants to take Feora aside with drinks.
Oh,
to chat
nice.
for a second.
She can do that as soon as she finishes giving the night cloak the directions. She's still holding on to the box and everything.
Nice. Yeah, you'll get like directions, time, date, and all that other stuff, and be good. Night local. Thank you. Right to the dragons. And Linux will take their hands sort of over their shoulders and kind of run them down to their ankles and shift into a lovely evening dress, flowy, kind of like a summer dress. Nice little, like, you know, comfy fit around the waist, but it's nice and flowy to move around this little pirouette or two over to the table. Let's eat and drink! It's been such a pleasure getting to know you all. I love making new friends. Here's some of my favorite food. It just kind of dives into like what's on the table and everything else. And I'll jump over if you want that moment, Ladrin. Take Feora aside.
Yeah, just real quick. She'll grab a bottle, and tell Feora to like grab her glass. She has hers, and they can go down to the water, I guess, not to actually go in it, but just to sit. She's filling up the glasses, and she says, how long has it been since they left the house to now?
That?
Sorry, yeah.
I think it's probably been, I'll have to take a look, but it's a couple weeks, probably a couple weeks.
Wow. Okay, we're safe. Okay, that's fine. That's good. I was like, oh, a couple days, it's perfect.
Sorry.
She'll no, you're good. She'll say, I'm I'm sorry to be such a asshole, I guess. But I wanted to thank you for, because I'm sure that was you helping Phelan stay for as long as she did. And I didn't thank you like 2 weeks ago. So I wanted to thank you now with wine.
Well, that is on my top list of favorite things to be thanked with.
Because wine.
Because wine.
Yeah.
How are you holding up?
Okay. I think I'm okay. I didn't kill anybody.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. She'll take a swig and very like nervously out of the blue will say, so I don't know how you're going to react or how you're going to feel about this. But I'm trying to be a little more open, a little more honest about things. But I feel like I can move on. And I hope this doesn't ruin our friendship. And I think I have feelings for you. And I just needed you to know that. And I'm gonna go drink some more wine now. Hey. She chugs her wine. And staring off in another direction.
Feora will lean over so that their eyes are meeting. I have feelings for you too. I didn't want to push you because I know you were coping.
Going through some shit.
Just a little.
You know, after everything that's happened, besides, of course, Tuna and I almost said Carly. Tuna, I don't know why I just did that. Tuna and Dia. I won't say it again. You've always been there when no one had, like, after all of that. Even before that, Phelan was really the only one that kind of stuck by me. So thank you. Yeah. It just is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think for me, you were the only person that I didn't have to worry about being someone else for.
Mm.
I have friends in the guild, but for them, I'm also their boss. And anyone that I've met outside of the guild, it's just been for work. And I didn't expect to meet someone like you that night I got drunk. But I am so glad that I did.
Me too. She'll lay out her hand on the ground just to leave it open.
Fear will
Let's see.
interlock her fingers through.
I'm gonna
And
get
then
wasted.
also drink a lot of wine.
Nice.
Let's get wasted.
It turns in like you have some time out there, so you know the water's waves crash in over your feet and pull away. As the tide comes in a little further, okay, let's get up, and you kind of rejoin everybody. Do you rejoin everyone holding hands?
The Legion's gonna have to fight to take her hand out if she's trying to.
Oh,
You come back.
I think she would initially like not like, oh my god, but like maybe try to, well, because she's not like, she doesn't know, but if Feora is like resisting, then she'll be like, yeah.
Okay, little two of them return to the table with everyone in here. Like, oh, awesome. Linux sees that you're all excited that this is everyone. Like, yes, let's bring out the better stuff. And
Huda just silently hands Dia a couple pieces of silver.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Oh, and that is the positive energy swirling around the party that brings it into the earlier hours of the morning before finally everyone's able to maybe just camp out, spend the night camping out on the beach. Letting thanks everyone in the morning as everyone gets up, has their full rest, bids you all adieu, and to call upon them if you need them. We'll pack up onto the lily pad and tune up Fred and Fear and Legion in the back. I'm just kidding. And everyone's holding hands. And I love it so much. Yeah, you all take off. Next stop, North Belmont, with a lost god in the midst, some old friends and family left behind, perhaps, to deal with, and a lot of intricacy up tonight. Well done, everybody. Nice. Yeah, for anyone that's new, you've been watching Sundered Faete for Tuesday night. High drama campaign. In case you couldn't taste that in the air, it's a high drama campaign. Yeah. We have it every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Nope, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. Just multitasking, Dan. And yeah, come and catch us. Hopefully next Tuesday, and see what happens next. We've got a lot of backstory connectedness in North Belmont, South Belmont, and Avalon, which are all like up right next to one another on the coast here. So it should be pretty interesting. We move along. I'm gonna raid our friends over at ADH Adventures, ADH D Ventures. I don't know how you would read that phonetically, but they've got some fun content, some good people. So consider giving a call Mad Bird raid as we get over there, and we'll catch you all next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
I can click buttons. Really, I can.